Hello and welcome back. I'm Lygo and this is My Life in Football Manager episode 27. And today we're going to the Alexandre Stadium to face Crewe. So if you like the episode, leave a thumbs up down below. If you want to follow along with My Life in Football Manager, hit the subscribe button. But before we dive into the game, I do have some transfer news. We've passed deadline day now and we've got 2 new incoming transfers. We've had a few fringe players leave, so that's generated some cash. Josh Hare, I think we saw in the last episode. Declan McQuaid has gone out to Luton. Ben Liddell was another one. He's a reasonable player, but was never going to get much of a run in the team, so I've moved him on. And then the last and most recent one was Morgan Feeney, which really probably wasn't going to play, but we needed his salary off the books so we could bring in a new goalkeeper, Teddy Sharman-Lowe. And the original plan was actually to loan a keeper in and look at strengthening the squad next year, but saw that Teddy Sharman-Lowe had become available. We'd somewhat scouted him and it took a bit of a gamble. We paid €2 million for him, so maybe a little bit over the odds. But he's a young keeper with potential, and in the coach report, as you can see, our coaches think he's good enough for a good championship team, so should be a good investment for the future. And at €2 million, I don't think that's going over the top. And the other addition, another one from a small British club, Connors Quay in Wales, €10,000. And he's come in, deep line playmaker, 3.5 star, 5-star potential ability. €10,000 was a bargain, and as you can see, professional individual, currently operating at a League 1 level, potential to be a championship player. So another investment, and especially at 19 years old as well. But if I come to the schedule and show you what's been going on, things have been going positively so far. Let me just scroll down and away from the friendlies. So last time we saw the Tranmere victory, we then went away and drew with Forest Green, which was frustrating because we dominated that game. Had a slight blip against Doncaster, losing 1-0. But as you can see, on the whole, a lot of green, even getting to the third round of the Carabao Cup, where we lost on penalties. We took Southampton all the way in a game that we were expected to lose, and then followed up with a draw against Fleetwood. Fleetwood are doing well in the league, and with just 3 days between the games, there wasn't much opportunity to rest the team. It was a bit rotated, so I think that was our downfall there. But what that means for the league, it looks like this. As you can see, Coventry sat at the table. We are currently in second. Fleetwood, as I mentioned, going well. They're in 4th position, so no shame in drawing with them. The Doncaster one, as you can see, them down in 22nd. Their only victory is against us, so that's a bit of a disappointment. And the one thing that has been letting us down has been a lack of a proven goal scorer. George Nunn has got 4 goals in 8 games, which isn't a terrible return, but for a team that's going to be striving at the top of the league, really do need better. It was a bit of a gamble going without a recognised striker. We've got Nunn and Malcolm, and who was the other one? Another one, Stewart, had coming in. All 3 of them non-league players last year. Leighton Stewart was not even a regular in any first team. He was in the Liverpool reserves. So we've put our faith in them. We're going to continue putting our faith in them. I think they're strong enough to get us out of this league, but we will need to reinforce next year should we get to the Championship, which I know it's early to be saying that, but I still think we've got a squad strong enough to do so. But what we need to do now is put that to the test against Crewe. So give me a minute, and I'll come back to you with the team sheet. So the game against Crewe, the team looks like this. We've got Maxwell starting in goal. Teddy Sharman-Lowe is currently out injured. He has played a couple of games, but he's going to be out for just over a month or so, sprained knee ligaments. And then we've got a back 4 of Bradford, Farigra, McGuinness and Minoga. Anderson and Perry in the midfield. Coyle, Chislett and Osborne are the attacking midfielders, and I tell you what, Osborne has started brightly this season. As you can see, currently 7.36 average rating, 3 assists and 1 goal so far. Should have had 3 expected goals by the look of that, but I'm not going to dwell on that. He's a young player, but he's come into this team. He's doing well on the right. As you can see, he's a quick player, 16 pace, 16 acceleration, 6'2", so he's been exciting so far. And then we're going to continue with George Nunn up top. We've got Stewart on the bench should that not work out, but let's move on to the dressing room where we can give our team talk. Teams are warming up. And Crewe, we were expecting them to be up at the top end of the league, and they're not so far. I'm not going to write them off, but I'm going to pump our fists, tell the boys to show the media it's a good opportunity to back them up. And we'll move into the game. And what I've done with the tactic as well, rather than being positive, because it's quite an aggressive tactic, is just changed our starting mentality to attacking. Because I found on a positive mentality, we weren't getting further or not further forward, we weren't committing enough people, it was quite tentative. So that's been changed, and we've got our first chance early on. As you saw, Nunn, his effort was saved, and an effort from the corner there, just over the bar. But McGuinness has been dangerous from corners. He's got a couple of goals for himself, so it'd be nice to see him get another one today. And this is really the story of the tactic. We don't allow a lot of chances, and we do get plenty, but I don't know if that's a creativity issue or whether it's a striker issue, that we're not getting shots on target, we're not getting the expected goals, not getting clear-cut chances. If you've got any ideas, let me know down in the comments below. But it looks like we're going to get a chance to counter here. Chislett picking the ball up off their corner, bursting down this left-hand side, plays it into Nunn, first time effort, and just wide from George Nunn. What a goal that would have been, taking it just round the defender and sneaking it in that far post, but it wasn't to be. But it has been all us. I'd like to see a few more clear chances, so I'm not going to gesture, just pleased how things are going. It's inspired the team. We'll give them 10-15 minutes, and then we'll look to possibly change some personnel around, see if that makes any difference. But no highlights so far to start the second half, and I think the first thing that's going to happen is the substitutions, which are going to look like this. I think Anderson's going to be the one to make way in midfield. We don't need to be getting him sent off. Bring Callum Camps on, and he can play as a roaming playmaker, so I'm going to do that. And then we will change the striker. George Nunn can come off and Leighton Stewart can come on. See if he can play himself into some form as well. It starts with Crewe having the ball. We need to try and win it back. They've lumped it forward, and McGuinness does well to clear it. It's picked up by Osborne. A little 1-2 there with Perry. Can Perry come inside? He loses the ball. We've given it away in a dangerous situation, and it's blasted at Maxwell. Fortunately, straight at him. Maxwell does well to push it over, and Crewe have got corner now, which we need to defend. And fortunately, the rebound comes away from goal, and Chislett's the first. No one really tracking that ball down, and tries to beat his defender, can't do it. Probably the wrong option, but we've got Trey Coyle now coming down this left into the penalty area, seeks out Bradford on the overlap, whipped in towards Stewart, can't get there. Perry knocks it down to Osborne. Little 1-2 on the edge of the area. Osborne's in and should have had a goal. And that's maybe the finishing that we were talking about earlier with Osborne. Had a higher expected goals ratio than what he had goals. That's probably another one that's not gone in his favour there. Stewart with a header at the back post, and it's comfortably saved by the Crewe keeper. And we need to do something a little bit different, I think, going into these last 20 minutes. Trying to clear the ball this time, but it's only gone straight back to Crewe, and they're in behind. Fortunately, the striker was offside there, and ex-Sunderland player Gavin Kilkenny has just come on as well. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on, but we will make our final change now. And I think that will be to shuffle the front three around. We'll take Chislett off, bring Coyle into the attacking midfield role, and we'll allow Nibs to play as the inside forward. And also with that, we're going to go slightly more direct, ask for more expression of creativity, and I think just encourage the players as well. Because most of it's going our way, just falling short on being clinical up top. And I suppose maybe that's the gamble on not bringing a recognised striker in and showing faith in the younger players. And my word, that's not what we wanted. Crewe player there, left unmarked on the edge of the box. No one's even near him. Gets the ball, it's worked short, and he just pings it into the top corner. And that's devastating. Because we should have been home and dry in this match. We've had the chances, and we've not taken them. And it looks like they're going to be trying to push for a second as well. And it's a header that goes just wide. Or I suppose all we can do at this point is just go very attacking. And it's not going to be enough, and that's a disappointing 1-0 defeat. That's just left me gobsmacked. Because you see there, expected goals, we were better, we were creating chances, but nothing worthwhile. And for a team that's been playing well to perform like that's not good enough. And as you can see, telling the boys that's motivated them, so they obviously agree as well. Now leaves us 5 points behind Coventry. So we'll have a look at the schedule, see where we want to come back. We'll play a good chunk of games. The one that catches my eye here is Coventry on the 6th of December. I think we'll play down to there because then the following episode will probably do the end of the transfer window. So Coventry on the 6th of December, we'll see if they're still top of the league or in and around there at the end at the start of next episode. But if you've enjoyed that, do leave a thumbs up, subscribe to follow along with my life in Football Manager. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.